Well, starting midnight tomorrow, anyone who has traveled abroad except for Taiwan and Macao will face 14 days of quarantine. Jackie Lynn has more on how the measures have put overseas students and their parents on edge.
As the pandemic spreads, Hong Kong is slapping more sweeping quarantine measures. Some students who made it back to Hong Kong before they take effect breathed a sigh of relief.
Before, I feel like I was trapped. I was worrying constantly about whether I can come back to Hong Kong, whether the government would shut their borders and not allow people from UK in. But after all that, and after a long flight, I'm finally back home. So I guess that's a happy ending.
Many concerned parents scrambled to fetch their sons and daughters overseas back home. Some parents told us ticket prices for flights from the UK to Hong Kong have almost doubled compared with the same period before. While most returning students just need to fill out health declaration forms during immigration clearance, others coming back from Schengen countries in Europe already face home quarantine. They could either wear a GPS bracelet or share real-time locations on WhatsApp with a government-assigned phone number.
I have to share my location 3 times a day, so that's quite a lot. It would be easier if it was automatic. It's a bit annoying, but I'll have to do it. I think it's still more simple than having a bracelet.
Some also find new worries as they return home.
Before I came back, I couldn't really sleep well because I'm just worried if I get infected, then I'll just pass it to my family. So in the coming 14 days, I might just stay in my room.
To avoid that possibility, Food and Health Chief Sophia Chan said the government is considering quarantining returning students and other travelers in hotels. Some hotels say they support that.
We all know Hong Kong, living in a very small apartment, so it's hard for them to have a very exclusive area or rooms to have the 14 days home quarantine.
To further prevent imported cases, health authorities will start testing some inbound travelers for COVID-19 once they reach Hong Kong. Jackie Lynn, TVB News.